So last week I did a video on advanced sampling techniques in Maschine Made Simple, right? And I got an interesting comment. This comment reads, okay, you explained what advanced sampling is supposedly, not hating, but the results sounded almost the same as what you started with, LOL. Would love to see some real advanced sampling where the result sounds completely different, not choppy, and still dope. Just my 2 cents. Keep doing what you do though. Ashala Co-Engineering 8463, I appreciate you. I am not offended at all. I actually appreciate your comment, and I'm actually going to fulfill your video today. Back in 2010, I sampled one of my favorite video games of all time, Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater. And I'm going to walk through how I sampled that beat from start to finish on FL Studio, and we are starting right now. All right, so I touched up the beat a little bit more because, like I said, I haven't touched this beat since 2010. So I EQ'd it a bit, added some of my new plugins that I have gotten over the years. And for the most part, the beat is the same. I didn't change the melodies or anything. It's just the mixing I changed and some of the drum variations I changed a little bit. But this doesn't change what Ashala Co-Engineering is asking for. So we're going to go ahead and show you. So now I'm hoping I don't get any type of strikes or claims with this video, but it is what it is. I am doing this for purely educational purposes. So right here, pattern 8, this is the basis of the entire sample. I'm gonna play a clip of this, so you all can get an idea of what the sample is. But I made all 3 verses with this one sample cut. It's 24 cuts in FL, and I'm going to show you. So, oh, that's just where the drums are. So you all got an idea of what the hook sounds like. That's going to be the hook. Let me unmute those drums there. So here, I made an intro. Now with the intro, as you can see, it looks a little choppy, but let me show you just how it sounds so you can get an idea. Let's section this out and let's play it. So what you can hear is I took advantage of the instrumental part towards the end of the sample. Normally people would do 16 cuts. I did 24. I like doing between 16 and 32 cuts for my samples. So this way I have a lot more flexibility of the sounds and the range I want to use. And in this case, using 24 cuts gave me the range I needed because, as you see, I focus more so on everything in the 19 and the 24 range. Now I did expand my range throughout the verses, but listen to this. This is the intro. So from that first cut, that's how we made that sample. So remember, the Still in the Dream, that cut made that intro. So it's made also the verses. So I'm gonna play from the intro to the end of the first verse, and I'm gonna let y'all see what we have here. So let's pause it for a sec. Right here, we moved one of the verses down here down to the cut on 16 to get the voice effect. So I shortened it to about this low of a count. So this way, when it hits, you're not hearing you're not hearing that too much. You just hear it as a sound effect, and it works out. So let's play it again. So as you can see right here, I have the lead into the I'm still, and then right here goes right into the hook. So the key is when you're doing samples like this that are intricate, you want to make a pattern or melody that somewhat repeats, but it feels still melodic. So when you listen to, let's go over here, right? When you listen to what I have right here on pattern 13, you see how for the first bar and for the third bar, I have them repeat. That's intentional because it creates a structure for the melody that we're listening to. So when I have the 2 and the 4 switch up a little bit, this way when you do this, and this is a framework that I use for all my samples. When I'm creating my samples, I make sure my 1 and the 3 are the same, my 2 and my 4 are similar, but the 2 will lead in more into the 3, and then the 4 will basically complete the loop. So this way, when you listen to it, it's a loop that you don't mind hearing over and over again. And the reason why I do that is because I think about if this was to be used in a song, if I have it all over the place, it's going to be distracting to the rapper, the singer, or whoever's using it. So that's the first verse. Second verse, I did it somewhat the same, but we switched it up a little bit. So let me show you. So what I decided to do was I wanted the second verse to sound just a little bit different, because here's the thing. When I first made this beat, this was for an instrumental album. So in my mind, if someone hears just the first verse all the way over again, just in the second verse, the likelihood of them skipping to the next song is high. So this is my way of being creative and just saying, you know what, let's make this sound a little bit different. So even if somebody is listening, just jamming, if somebody is freestyling to it, they feel more encouraged to keep going in. And I even had that in mind because back then I was around people who freestyled consistently. This was kind of like the style I made my beats in a way, because I would make my beats in a way where they could be consistent or they could switch up just enough so that new ideas, new thought patterns can come in a person who is rapping. So let me keep playing. As you can see, again, it breaks down. So right here, I'm gonna play this out. I'm hoping I don't get a claim or anything. Again, this is just for teaching purposes what I'm doing. What I did was I added the drums here for the hook because I didn't want the snare to throw off the voice. Even though it would still be on beat, the goal was for the drums to break down a bit to give more room for the voice. So all right, so that was that. And for the last verse, this, now I'm going to just be honest with y'all. This is just me having fun. This is where I just said, you know what? I just pictured in my mind, this is where you just keep going in. This is how we're just going to close out the rest of the song. We don't even loop the hook after this. And honestly, it's literally just almost the same key of key 19, or cut 19 rather, the entire time. So let me let you listen to that. And that's how I ended the song. To me, this is one of those songs where it's like when you keep listening and you just jam out all the way through. You don't even repeat the hook with that. So in a nutshell, that is how I sample Snake Eater from Metal Gear Solid 3. This game is being remade. It comes out in November. And I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and put this out here because it's relevant for the time. And it's just good timing because Co-Engineering 8467 wanted to see something where you chop it up. It's not choppy, but it sounds completely different. And the key is the hook. What we use for the hook is what we use for all three verses. So for those of you, you can apply it. I know I usually do Maschine. You can apply this same thing in Maschine. The same thing I did right here, you could do in Maschine. Only thing is, you'll probably have 16 cuts if you do it the regular way I show you in Maschine. But still, there's either other ways you can still get 24 cuts in Maschine. And I wanted to show you all that it's possible. So that is what I have for y'all today. With this, I have more videos on Maschine right here. There's an entire playlist where I go through everything that I do with Maschine and just music production in general. Check it out. Welcome to the channel. Really do appreciate you all, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace.